Hello, welcome back to Formula 123, my team to the episode 25, and it is in Saudi Arabia playing the off-season bit of basketball. The last episode, when we started off with the band, with Lewis Hamilton obviously deal tallied up with momentum, after really 8 world title, and me, getting my expectations for the top 12, for the top 10, but not the P12 to the penalty. So I started to do what we got to offer in down to Arabia. We know from last season I've clashed out and stand to Arabia, which is because I made a mistake in one corner, but I take time to try indeed to not make the same mistake again. So I'm going to do what I think of for. So you got 1.12 mil. Maybe we should get weekly sorted for. And I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some this month. I get more this sorted point. We need to put loads of this sorted point. That's another PR. That didn't this sorted point. Well, wouldn't hurt to do that. Do that one day. We do that. Yeah, let's do that. And the deal that I need to do before we move on, that we got the update, we got nothing coming in this date 20 to the 30, nothing coming in. That mean we'll get two before, what's before that one? Australia. We get two updates coming in before Australia, and then one will be after Imola. Or be after Australia, and we got new sponsor space to go after now, so I'm really happy about it. The store 5, I think if I'm gonna get for construction point of view, it's a point being 1 point or something. Qualify P10 definitely tells you don't really well. Fastest lap, no. Complete or practice program in return, that's easy to do. But I do want to see if I can get different, but I get more money as a team to complete a 15 lap on race weekend. So I'm assuming what that actually means is that practice qualifier and the race is about what average 20 more than 20 laps or 26 laps on average, 26 laps. So I get we can do that. I think we can do that one with that balada French Italian. We can do that one. The other one be short one to slot in championship point. We are at that level where we can do it. Complete top 12, which is actually match my expectation on. Like that, when I talked about the expectation, that would match it perfectly. Beating rival, I haven't gotten rivals just yet. For the top 15, that top 14. You know what? I'm gonna do this one tactically. We're gonna do tactile. Achieve top 14. So we got a new sponsor. So I'm gonna do tactimization, and I was thinking when I finished tactimization. Though I did finish it though, we got one there, and one on the halo, and then one on the wing side. So we put the new sponsor on there. And I'm happy with the new sponsor. We get more money now, and I'm not sure how, but we'll bring in. So we will bring in. We can bring in 730k. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I think that's very, very, very good news. So we just do and hopefully when we get to the sorted point we can actually have enough and they will do spec that I need that new spec upgrade to improve the got aerodynamic spec
upgrade. To
increase
our acclaim, more potential partners become willing to work with us. We can now approach an additional sponsor from the corporate tab.
So day now. I'm really enjoying this day. I'm just challenge Oton, but we know from now they Oton and I completely like absolutely massive love of the Lando, but Lando is too far. Her foul the way behind. I mean, foul would be much more easier to beat. But I'm really wondering to Oton from a night like, but we obviously challenge Oton quite a lot. So I'm going for Oton. Yep,
Thanks,
and we
Ryan.
started with this, but we've also done it last season, I think. So we continue that rivalry with Oton. So now 180k, that how much we bring in, and we don't need to have enough this short point. And like we get that detail, not to the area. 950, not enough. 910, 868. Then we have to do practice, and then we get that point. Like we now on spec 2, looking very, very nice. We've got spec 2 aerodynamic update. Really happy about that for sure. It's at 1.9 mil. Reason though for the although who is going to be alive for a while until July, and I might have been not even done a move. I want to move on from him for Lance Law. That is another one target for me to do this season. I think maybe we stave up actually go for power type and get that distorted point generation. So yeah, I'm gonna do that though now. I'm going to head over to down to Arabia at one point. Did I do practice, and I'll see you at the end of the practice. And I'll just finish my practice. It went fine, really. Was a bit in the world of tour, but you know I definitely feel more comfortable now in than Arabia than I was last year in last season. So we got 1,500. It's definitely sorted point, which is perfect for opportunity to be able to do something. That's a big major upgrade that would come if I rush it. But we got spec 2 now. Just been rush it. It will come before Australia. With that something I'm willing to do, and that would take me boost go all the way up to where the LP is. Hit that now. We're literally bottom, almost bottom. So if I do that, I do want to take the advantage of Fit House. There, not really, just took me a big jump. Chatty, till I get this one, I can't do that one much. It's too late to do that. I think, you know what, I think I'm gonna take this side pot profile to a big jump. 41% chance of failure, 15% chance of failure. I don't really want to be slow about Australia. I had enough of being slow. So you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lick it and feel like we can get lucky. So we're gonna do it, and that's gonna come before Australia, and that will give me be properly overtaken the Alpine, which is a really good boost, but we're desperate for a really good product. So right now, when we get the chassis and fun wing with flat profile, that would be good, and then the aerodynamic and the ability will come in before Australia, and the top 2 coming. Wait. My bike not working. So Monday, Thursday, and then Wednesday. Oh, but it's getting lazy, it's gonna take a while. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna head over to Quali, and I was doing you. Actually, we was doing Quali anyway. I don't know why I was doing Quali. You're gonna time it with me anyway. So obviously I know Jadad. The way I feel with my car, she's obviously this stuck up. I'm gonna show this setup right now. It's obviously normal balance setup. But I'm really to put 25, the 26 I've done that, and I actually feel pretty good with it, to be honest. So I'm gonna or I put that one down. And then what I'm going to do, one down on this one, but we can always enjoy the fun win anyway. But I'm going to go out and do my third run while thinking at the end of the third run. With that third run, actually that really didn't really do that fuel now that I decided that the map worked out for the choice to me that I did it when we get to at the end of this third run from everyone, so you still got pretty much half of it there that hadn't done anything yet. So what I stimulate the words we will end up the fact report that the who's is P20 at the moment so I almost went too far on that now. We are P11, which is really good. I'm happy about it. So I do think apparently that's the one that I actually done quite well compared to all the car below and Para. But no Hamilton is still phenomenal. Just basically one, like, what the word, I think 1,000, I think he 1,000 off from section the national back time, which is 1 minute 27.4, the minute 1:27.404, he's 1,000 off. So I'm gonna stimulate a bit more, I can pop out to section 1 stick minute, but no, but it before. Oh, there's just, I heard some noises going on. But I'm gonna pop out, do my station run. I'll see you at the end of my station run.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
But to finish my third, second, fourth, or whatever, I took messed it up. So obviously, I should still hope that we still can qualify for please, tell me I'm up there. P17. To couple that 2,000 off, you need to know now. My God. I mean, P17 fan who always jump up to P10 we won or something, I don't know. So fortunately we didn't really hit what I wanted in the quarterfinal. The third run went well, the second run was just not really comfortable to the I went obviously toward the top, so I pulled out, and I don't think T-bone down until I can actually go back to the garage. So I lose time, so I got to carry on and try to save fuel, but the fuel is continuously going down. So my third run, I just still obviously kept bumping into them more, but I just kept driving the as I really time, I just kept pushing. And unfortunately, we end up P17, back to the P20 really, or P22. The Oton now that it finished ahead of me, which is not good. Do I need to make sure I can beat him in a late day? So I'm going to see you over to at the end of down the Arabian Grand Prix.
We're here today on the shores of the Red Sea in the lower Hijaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar. We're in Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Norris, Leclerc, Albon, Gasly, Drugovich, Ocon, Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Tsunoda, the owner driver, Joe, Sargent, De Vries, Liam Lawson, and Jake Hughes. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. Ant, it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Now we are going to be ready to crack on to Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Obviously this fuel now is now lower, now it's 26 laps though, which means more effective weight loss. And obviously I'm listening to this lap and we are to be running medium the hard. I want to see what is the longest driver stop the hard, and it didn't listen to this time, it's actually more than 1 second then 1 second and 1 minute. So that, yeah, 1 second isn't it more than the bottom one, the alternative. So obviously I'd rather just use the one that got speed more much more faster pit stop. But if you're going hard, you got to, it's probably take about 2 lean laps to heat it up, and then you go faster. So I thought, what's over medium to hard. Even though there's no really difference, because I'm still doing a hard tyre, I'm rather on a medium. But I love to put the car like on lot. If I don't stop, I'll end up pitting like probably 8-9 laps early, where it's probably not ideal to do that, so that I can protect my tyre as well as other AI can do it. So we're now lined up to the grid, and we got quite couple tyre that's on a stop tyre, and I do believe Hughes is also a stop tyre, I'm not quite sure. I think now 5 on race line, and it is underway with a cracking start from Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, with Lewis just touched over. I done the same thing, John dived down really deep into P10, sorry, and I obviously cut taller. Detected a foreign action from hitting a Spaniel turn, who's our rival, and Max Verstappen has taken P2 from George Russell with an incredible power to do this, the slightly being George Russell, and we on board with Mr. Free rushing on Dode and Tinola at Dode made a little mistake at going on the curb, and then Tinola took the opportunity to take that overtake and took that position away from Rachel Joe, and we rushing on board with Leclerc and Albon and wheel to wheel to lose this section, and I'm super behind. Take it easy, trying not to get caught up to it as they slowed down quite a lot, and Leclerc had taken the position P8 from Alexander Albon, and I'm P10 right now, looking to overtake, but Albon did really good defense over put himself into this position where I can't even overtake without there was a gap. I was like, this is the moment we can go through, but we couldn't push through it because Albon did really good defense, and the car behind it, Old Tom, would stop tyre. We know it's going to try to overtake, and we've got 4 tyres. It's now wheel to wheel with George and Perez, and it's Norris and Shire. They're all 4 on wheel to wheel, and Perez now overtook George, and Norris is going to try to overtake to Carlos Shire. It's acting another way now. Carlos now it's going back and forth with D2. We know they are former McLaren teammate back in 2020 and before that, and we now gone to try to overtake Alexander Albon on the inside with a really good overtake on Albon with a really good power, and Albon actually locked position to Ocon to probably that might have fought him with a defense move which slowed him down quite a lot, which obviously brought Albon Ocon to overtake, and now we're on further down the line, and Albon now need overtake expand Ocon and now chasing down to overtake me, and we on board with Shire trying to overtake his former now teammate Nando Norris, and it basically has been really similar to McLaren to they will always get that competitivity with each other, and Parham we know is more experienced driver than Lando, but Lando is very talented driver. I think now wheel to wheel again with the main slate, and we now looking to seem like it's still going to be really competitive. We know the more they defend too much, the likely the car from behind will be able to catch up much more quicker, and I was like keep doing it but I can catch up and try to see if I can challenge Ferrari, but I'm not that quick enough to be able to challenge Ferrari. You see I'm running too wide, and I had to take that corner cut lead the track, and I did get Morley for it, which I think was very lucky for me because I tried it messed up as I got onto what you call Doxy's curb, and I went on to it, and obviously I couldn't even steer the car. It kept me online straight through, so I had to basically keep going through and then basically list it and tore the top off the track into the track, and Albon obviously took P9 in reasonable fashion to that made mistake, and I went off the track and Ocon it now to try to overtake me as I put it to ER there, and I was like, I'm not giving up the position even though I might be slower than you. I'm not giving up. I think it's my rivalry, and Max Verstappen is now going through against Lewis Hamilton, and he's still wheel to wheel at the drawing line than that taller, and Lewis got better racing line, better pace than Max Verstappen, and overtook P1, need to overtake the P1, and then Max Verstappen now sorry to go through with the other on the main straight with the third taller, and he's to try to overtake him again, which we know iconic than Arabian late back in 2021 when they were fighting each other for the championship, but it's Lewis win, there's still a chance, it Max win, it's over, and Lewis obviously still got that competitive just like 2021, and we now try to overtake Ocon to take the P10 back, and to stay behind the PS that went into the pit, and the reason why I went into the pit because and I got that third taller, Oxter accidentally went into back to me, and it wasn't really major for me, but it was quite bad for Oxter to that's going into the pit, and we doing about this corner. We definitely feel uncomfortable driving down there. I don't know why I feel uncomfortable, as I don't more of it see the track limit, and Ocon now bars through, overtake, and we still be able to maintain the racing line and break deep. We overtake back to position to P10, take loads of back to forth with Ocon, which is, I don't really mind a lot, but I love fighting with someone that is almost the same level with me. If you listen to me and say, oh, you have to fight with Philippe Rosenfeld is even better than me, since he's now P8, so he's obviously been leading well in his proper Formula 1 season. So over the lap 5, we got Nico Hulkenberg breathing down my neck and he's trying to overtake. Normally I would do top the elbow and force that, but in this huge lot I didn't want to lift it, and we now we're very, very confident about this bit, but I did not want to let it go too easily. While I decided, you know what, if I crash, I crash. I got to keep the position. I was really confident, and Nico now overtake, and we now got Ocon overtake, about to do double overtake, and I go on the inside to do another double overtake on Ocon, Pierre Gasly, sorry, not Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Hulkenberg was a really good overtake, and Sergio Perez is now going to overtake Lando Norris. They are now fighting each other a lot, but we know before that happened, Perez was ahead, and for some reason Ferrari managed to catch up to Sergio. Maybe Sergio must have got them lost in power, or but if I had to show us was sure that Ferrari, since they were fighting show with each other as well, but got the dealer, they managed to be able to pull each other like a horse, how they get up to catch Sergio, and right now on lap 6. Obviously it's been the same thing, and I still try to keep the defense on again to Gasly or Hulkenberg, but right now, but I did this extra time is left, and I knew I was feeling really uncomfortable, and I nearly hit the wall, got off a track, and I smashed the wall, and I'm unfortunately DNF with a broken wheel, and literally, to be honest, I felt like I hit the wall. As you look right now, it's literally a couple centimetre off, like millimetre or something, nearly smashed into the wall, and unfortunately I am out of the way with my mistake really timed it incorrectly.
They've delivered an outstanding performance today and under intense pressure to take a well-earned victory at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
As you see now, Max Verstappen got P1, Lewis Hamilton P2, and George Russell is P3. So it's a good race for the Mercedes, but even better races for, well, Red Bulls, Max Verstappen really. So it's definitely giving the vibe of Lewis Hamilton and Max 2.0. They steed like a proper steed, but the third race it was Lewis Hamilton, and then the second race was Max Verstappen. So he started thinking with the fact maybe it's been like this, but the steed I was actually with like proper competition towards the end, and Gio Perez at P4, Lando dropped to P5, died at P6, so there's been fights between them two, and then obviously the Jake who's P20, so which is like so really disappointing with the result. Could be better for sure. So Max Verstappen to do it 4 points up from Lewis. With somewhere to finish it, obviously if you're second and third, you got 44 points. So I'm assuming Max would have finished third last day. So I'm just not happy with how it ended, but I am feeling a bit more what it was, not confident because I wasn't feeling confident in the race, but I definitely feel like I know I could be better in next race, which is going to be Australia, and I definitely do want to stay at Daddy in the next race in Australia. I would definitely do better. It might be a long leash, despite depending on how I finish in the race, but I will end it here, and I'm directing you in Australia while I'm playing, and then if you're watching, please subscribe and turn notification bell on, and peace out.